Mr. President, will Kilmar Abrego Garcia be discussed? Good morning. That was the West Wing arrival of El Salvador's President Nayib Bukele, who has described himself as the world's coolest dictator. President Trump, as expected, would not respond to a shouted question just as his guest was getting out of the car. But in the Oval Office, with the requisite Q&A, both leaders played their roles perfectly when it comes to the summary deportation of Kilmar Abrego Garcia. He's the migrant living in Maryland with his wife, a citizen, and son, also a citizen. Abrego Garcia was sent in the first airlift of alleged gang members to El Salvador's notorious prison, now open to holding detainees from the United States. A federal judge has ordered he be returned since the government has admitted it was a specific clerical error that sent the sheet metal worker off to a most uncertain future in what is his native country. Then the administration sought relief at the Supreme Court, and then SCOTUS unanimously ruled last week the deportation was illegal and the government should facilitate his return. So the Trump Department of Justice and State Department are running with the idea that the meeting yesterday amounted to facilitating the return rather than if the word was effectuate. So to facilitate each other, Mr. Trump said it was up to El Salvador to decide, and then President Bukele offered that he would never do such a thing as send a terrorist back to the United States. So all the officials in the room got what they wanted, nothing that would bring Abrego Garcia back. During the photo op, the president repeatedly insulted CNN White House correspondent Caitlin Collins for asking the matter. And outside in the driveway, aide Stephen Miller, who has spoken about rolling back legal immigration to the U.S., was dismissive when yours truly noted the court's ruling was unanimous and meaning seemed clear.
Can anyone here tell me what would happen to the illegal alien from El Salvador if he came back to the United States? Does anyone here know? Does anyone want to guess? Any of you?
He could be with his family.
What does any of you know the answer to the question? Legally, what would happen if he came back here? Does any of you know? Any of you?
Do you really
You've been writing. I'm talking now. You need to stop.
Court
I'm talking now. Does any of you?
Why was it unanimous?
You're done. Does any of you know the answer to the question? Does any of you? You've been talking about it for days. He would be arrested. He'd be put in confinement. He would be deported the second time to El Salvador again.
Miller's point is, why bother with court actions that might give detainees what courts have said should be their due process before being deported? Abrego Garcia's lawyers and advocates may have to work hard to get the Supreme Court to clarify what it meant, and it seems the administration is unconcerned. Inside the Oval Office, Attorney General Pam Bondi said courts should have no power over the administration carrying out foreign policy, and that's as people are being snatched off the streets here in the U.S. And as you may have heard, President Trump spoke of wanting to send American citizens convicted of crimes to El Salvador's notorious prison. With Ear on the White House, I'm Bob Costantini.